Hey folks, good morning, maybe good afternoon or evening for you. My name is Josh and we are back for the Visto Weekly. It is March the 5th, 2021. To be honest, an oddly quiet week in immigration, right? Usually I have one or two or sometimes even three or four big announcements to make, big changes coming from IRCC. I'll be honest, there wasn't much to report on this week, especially because time drags on while waiting for the next express entry draw. So a little bit quieter than usual, but that being said, still some important news. Item number one that I want to talk about is the recent OntarioPNP draw, right? Ontario is typically the most popular province for immigrants and for PNP programs, and they did another big draw on March the 2nd, inviting more than 750 people to apply. Now, there's two key things you want to keep in mind with Ontario. Number one is the score requirement. They invited people between 463 and 467. Now, whether that gives us a hint of what a future express entry draw might hold, I don't know. Hard to say. But what is consistent, relatively speaking, is that Ontario is looking for people usually in the high 450s or above for the human capital priority stream. Number two is that there was a list of 10 NOC codes that they invited people from. So unless you fall under one of these 10 NOC codes, then you did not get an invitation, even if you met the score requirements. Definitely check those out in the email because, or in the description below, because you're going to want to see if you fall under one of those NOC codes. Definitely do what you can to get your profile created and your score boosted so that you can give yourself the best chance for Ontario. If you do want to learn more about the program, definitely check out the Visto portal. We will link to it below. I'm linking specifically to the PNP section so you can learn more about the Ontario PNP program there. Next up, Visto Qualify. If you haven't used it yet, definitely do. It's now free to use. So within less than 5 minutes, by filling it out, you can figure out your express entry score, even if you don't have language results. You can compare it to old draws. You can get tips on the study permit, work permit, startup visa processes. And then we have some additional content that's gated behind a very affordable paywall for things like PNP recommendations, how to raise your score, all that kind of stuff. Check out the links below if you haven't yet used Visto Qualify. Like I said, totally free. And in less than 5 minutes, you should learn a lot about your options for immigrating to Canada. Next up, I'm going live a whole bunch this week. So 3 new arenas or socials you should definitely be following us on. Number one, Instagram at visto.ai. I usually go live 2 to 3 times per week during the week, usually while I'm whipping up lunch. So you hang out, I cut some food, I make some lunch, I answer all your immigration questions. TikTok, again, at visto.ai. 2 to 3 times per week. This is usually in the Eastern evening, so usually around 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern. I go live. It's usually the end of a busy day, so I flop down on the couch and I just answer your immigration questions. Number 3, I just joined Clubhouse. I'm actually going to start hosting more events there, some around immigration, some around entrepreneurship and tech and stuff like that. Follow me at Josh Schachnow. I spelled it out below in the email. Definitely could be a lot of fun there as well. I'm also going to try running some networking events. So if you're looking to network your way into Canada to help find that first job, stuff like that, definitely check it out as well. Lastly, the Visto show. I will be, as per usual, going live on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, to answer questions in the Facebook group. That has been more and more popular of late. A lot of confusion going around with immigration. So I go live, I hang out, I answer questions, and it's just a gay old time. So anyways, that's it for this week. Again, kind of light on the immigration news, just because, to be honest, we haven't had all that much. But we'll keep an eye out. I'll be very interested to see what happens with the next express entry draw, and if there are any other updates or exemptions or restrictions for study permits and work permits and stuff like that. So thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you do love what you're seeing and you think a friend or family member might appreciate it too, send them our link, visto.ai. Every click helps. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next video.